From serving our patients a nutritious meal, to providing compassionate care at the bedside, to ensuring our campus is clean and safe, each one of us at Duke Raleigh Hospital is an important part of fulfilling our hospital's mission to provide extraordinary care. Every day, I see examples of the incredible ways our team cares for our patients, their loved ones, and each other. We'd like to share a few of these stories with you, starting with how an innovative approach to getting our patients moving can significantly improve patient recovery.
I was watching the Super Bowl Sunday. I leaned back in the recliner and I could only move my neck.
And he says, "You need to take me to the hospital. I can't move."
I was diagnosed with MS a year and a half ago. Because of my MS, I have flare-ups every once in a while.
We went to the emergency room thinking he was having a MS episode. And it wasn't long after we were there that they mentioned pneumonia. They hospitalized him. The staff never agreed on a course of action, and I was watching my son die.
I came to Duke Raleigh because they're really trusted by my family. I remember getting into the ambulance, getting here and seeing my dad, and then after that it's pretty much a blur.
Calvin was intubated for 14 days prior to his arrival to our ICU, and he was very sick when he arrived to us. His vent settings were very high.
His admitting nurse asked him what his goals were, what he wanted to achieve, and his first statement was, "I want to be able to rely on myself again." And she wrote it on the board so he could look at it every day. They knew what his goals were, he knew what his goals were, and they all worked to achieve those goals. From the very first day, he was told, "We're going to get you out of bed."
In the past, patients like Calvin would be sedated heavily just because they were intubated on the ventilator. And now, Duke Raleigh Intensive Care Unit initiated an early progressive mobility program for intensive care patients to get the patient out of bed to walk. What the research has shown is that it decreases the length of stay, decreases mortality rates, decreases intubation days.
We'll count to 3, and then we'll help you to stand.
We were able to dangle him on the side of the bed. We were able to get him into the chair, ventilated, and then shortly after he was increasing building strength, we were able to walk him around the unit.
And once he was on his feet and he was moving, everyone was just going along with him. It was remarkable to watch. It was teamwork.
It was pretty awesome to be part of a group that was thinking out of the box, let's do this. That was awesome. If I walked the whole lap or if I walked just a little bit, their game plan for that day was to simply walk.
We usually have respiratory therapy involved, a nurse and a physical therapist. It was very exciting. It's like the whole team is just standing there cheering this patient on to, keep going, because we know it's so beneficial. We know, probably the next day we're going to be able to get them extubated because we're just making their lungs stronger.
This is a dedicated staff, and they work extremely well together. They're just amazing.
There are people who you pass and you meet that you know that you can just put your trust in, and I could trust his care. I am a strong believer in faith and fate. Fate put us here, and I have faith in the services that Duke Raleigh provide.
We're not only taking care of the patients within our walls here at Duke Raleigh, our team is also helping others halfway around the world.
I love what I do. I've got a passion for what I do. And I'm a surgical technician at Duke Raleigh Hospital. When we're doing a surgery, it's like a symphony.
And if they're outstanding at their craft, which is one of the advantages of being at a place like Duke Raleigh, is they're going to be great at what they do.
Me and Dr. Hagen have been working together for about 4 or 5 years now. Out the blue, he asked me, Lawrence, how would you like to go to Africa with me?
I started out wanting to get involved as a Christian in medical missionary work. In 2006, Pastor Senyanga came to my church. He looked at me and says, "You're going to go to Uganda and do great things." Since 2007, which was our first trip, we've done about 300 surgeries in Africa. Well, we've probably taken to Africa in total about 25 to 30 people on average every trip.
I've gone to Africa with Dr. Hagelin 3 times.
Having the team go from Duke Raleigh is critical. They're really good teachers.
We worked some incredible hours over there. I mean, incredible. Some of the people that we was doing surgery on, they've been dealing with tumors growing in their body for years. We get tumors that sometimes we can't even operate on, and it's very, very sad.
Manabishi, tell me if you feel anything tingle in your face or your tongue. Ready? On. Off. Anything?
Their anesthesiologists and their surgeons were very involved and very excited to see that done for the first time. My philosophy is this top-down approach. So you take people from neurosurgeons, neurosurgery residents, anesthesiologists, nurses, OR nurses, ICU nurses, floor nurses, biomed engineers, and everybody trains their counterpart for that week at Malago. We built them a new operating room, and this last year they did 524 surgeries in the new operating room, which was really exciting to see. We started the first neurosurgery training program in Uganda to train Ugandans to be neurosurgeons. A number of the people from Duke Raleigh, they started collecting all this equipment.
More masks.
It's like when we go back, you know?
Yeah, I got room. This is awesome. Yeah, this is awesome, man. We take and organize everything, and so when we go over there, and we would have, it's called a packing up party.
I think the best example of team was the very first year we showed up there. We brought 1,400 pieces of equipment from Duke, 9 tons of equipment worth about $1.25 million. The theme of that trip was carry a box. Everybody was to carry a box. It didn't matter who you were, we're all equal when we're carrying boxes.
When we go over there, we bring hope. We bring in medicine. We bring in equipment. We bring in experience. And we bring in love.
Sometimes our team is called to care for our patients in a slightly different way, even if it means pitching in to prepare the hospital for the most special of occasions.
My husband and I are both from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. We met as a blind date. We were married 34 years. We have 2 children. He was just fun, and he touched so many lives.
Dad was diagnosed in 2012 with large cell neuroendocrine carcinoma, which is a very rare lung cancer, and he was told that he had about a year to live. He didn't really want to take that as an answer. He didn't accept it.
Due to his disease, Mr. Barber came to our hospitals many times, and I took care of him. He was full of joy, full of life.
He was always willing to try new treatments, anything.
The nurses on the 4th floor, he just bonded with them. We had Nurse Monique, who was just wonderful, especially in her comfort to me. To have a nurse notice that things weren't right and to give that hug and comfort just was special. Yes, I'm busy. But I've got time for you. It matters to have that special touch.
We all want to hear good stories where our patients get a PET scan and all cancer is gone and will never come back. But then also we recognize that sometimes that just does not happen.
It was December 3rd, and we were supposed to go get some scans back, and we found out that the cancer had not stopped.
The cancer was spreading.
Dr. Garst told us, if there's anything that you want to do, you need to do it now.
He and his daughter, Leslie, they just had a wonderful relationship. The apple of his eye.
He said, I wanted to walk her down the aisle. Originally, I'd wanted my wedding in October, and then we settled on February 1st.
He was admitted into the hospital on Friday, January 9th.
And Dad said, Leslie, I just don't know that I can make it to February 1st. How do you feel about Tuesday? You can plan a wedding in 2 days. And I said, well, Tuesday sounds good. 1/14/14 sounds great.
My sister-in-law, Carol Taylor, went down to speak to the charge nurse that evening, and she said, come on down, I'll show you the chapel.
And then arrangements were made for the chapel to be used, for one of our rooms for the reception to be set up. Flower arrangements were done by Duke Raleigh Hospital. We all pulled together to just make this happen.
We were just so grateful.
Mr. Barber got ready and he put his tuxedo on, and I got him on a wheelchair.
They made an announcement on the intercom, and said for the nurses to come down to the station.
And then rolling him in that wheelchair for everybody to see him around and clap their hands, it was just a great feeling all around.
When Dad got up out of the wheelchair and linked arms with me, it was just great. It was so perfect. He said, you look gorgeous. To think that he was so weak, he was just all smiles that day. Just very, very happy.
We promise to love him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live.
To see his big smile and also to see his daughter's Leslie big smile, I felt that our team of nurses and doctors and everyone else did above and beyond what would have been expected of us that day.
For them to be blowing bubbles when we walk out of the hospital, I wouldn't have had it any other way.
He lived 9 days after the wedding and would not have made it to February the 1st. The wedding was just a wonderful celebration, something that we'll cherish for a lifetime.
We took care of Mr. Barber, his pain and his disease, and he fought a good fight. But I felt that we took care of him as a whole person too.
Every time I ride by Duke Raleigh, I smile. There's just great memories there. My dad really taught me that. Just keep going. Gotta keep living. Do good. He just had such a will to live. So I think that I just need to do him proud and, be successful.
Our team is making a difference every day. You are the best of Duke Medicine.
I am the best of Duke Medicine.
I am the best of Duke Medicine.
I'm David Grimes. I'm a clinical oncology pharmacist. I make sure our patients have the medicines they need to heal. I am the best of Duke Medicine.
I'm the best of Duke Medicine. Ooh.
I'm the best of Duke Medicine.
My name is Marcia Williamson. I work in environmental services. I make sure that the hospital is clean and safe for our patients and their guests. I am the best of Duke Medicine.
I am the best of Duke Medicine.
My name is Lee Bleeker. I am the Chief Financial Officer here at Duke Raleigh Hospital. I am proud to be part of an amazing team that gives the best patient care every single day. I am the best of Duke Medicine.
I am the best of Duke Medicine.
I'm the best of Duke Medicine.
My name is Wanda McClurkin. I work at Duke Raleigh Cancer Center. I have been here 28 years and I am the best of Duke Medicine.
I am the best of Duke Medicine.